Hello everyone, welcome to Veterans Talk. Today we have some special guests once again, the Marine Corps League, and we're going to be talking a little bit about Toys for Tots. And I'd like to once again thank Francis Marion very much for allowing us to get this word out to our veterans in the area. I'm getting a lot of really good feedbacks on this, so thank you once again. But before we get going, let me put out some information that we got going on here. There is a job fair that's going to be going on at the Southeastern Institute of Manufacturing over at Florence, Darlington Tech on November the 6th. It's going to be for veterans and alike, and it's going to be from 9 a.m. to 1. On November the 7th at 9 o'clock, which is a Thursday, Florence Christian School is going to have a salute to veterans. If you've never been to that, I don't know if y'all have, but I've been to it, and it's a very good show that they put on over there at Baptist Temple. And if you haven't been, you should go and watch them young men and women do a very good show. It's very good. And that's on November the 7th at 9 o'clock. November the 8th, the town hall meeting is at the library. That's where Dorn Medical Center is coming from Columbia, and they're going to come to the town hall meeting at the library at 11 o'clock. They'll answer any questions that you have out there about the VA. Sometimes you have to wait until the end or till they bring up the questions, but they will be there on November the 8th at 11 o'clock at the Florence County Library. On November the 9th, we'll most probably get into this a little bit more, but we're going to have the Marine Corps is going to have the Marine Corps Ball. The contact for that would be Don Jones at 843-667-9697. Also on November the 9th is Darlington's Veterans Park's going to be introduced. So if you wanted to get involved in that, that's on November the 9th also. On November the 11th on November the 11th at 11 o'clock, is the Veterans, at the Veterans Park is Veterans Day celebration. Come out to that. They got a Major General Robert E. Livingston that's going to be there speaking, the guest speaker, so please try to make that on November the 11th at the Veterans Park. Let's show our support. On November the 11th also, from 12:30 to 2 o'clock on Veterans Day, Methodist Manor is going to have a drop-by for hot dogs and hamburgers if you want to go by Methodist Manor on November the 11th from 12:30 to 2. That would most probably work in perfect with about the ending of the thing at the Veterans Park. But you need to call let them know you're coming, because obviously they want to know about how many people they have coming. And the phone number for that is 843-664-0700. Also, that's also the same day that the Golden Corral has the meal at Golden Corral for the veterans, and that's from 4 to 9 on November the 11th. On December, the last message I want to put out is the Wreaths Across America. I can't emphasize that enough. They're still taking wreath donations. You can get a hold of Rolling Thunder. Any one of the military organizations can tell you who to contact, or get in touch with the National Cemetery itself. But the ceremony for that is going to be December the 14th at noon. Now that we went through that, let me introduce my guests here we got today with us. We got Don here with the Marine Corps League and Jim with Toys for Tots, who's also a member of the Marine Corps League. Don, we'll start out with talking a little bit about the Marine Corps League. Do you want to give us some information here?
Yes. My name is Don Jones. I'm the Commandant of Julian D. Dusenberry Detachment 410 here in Florence. And we're made up of all honorably discharged Marines. We meet the second Tuesday of every month at the Elks Lodge in Florence. The meeting starts at 18:30. If you'd like to join us, you can be a member if you're a honorably discharged Marine and also a Navy Corpsman, FMF. We'd like to have you join us. And I'm also commander of the Florence Veterans Council Advisory Council. We meet the third Thursday of every month at 10 o'clock at the Florence County Library. Please join us. Thank you.
If you want to see any of the things that are going on in the area as far as with all the veteran services, that's a good one to get into that Veterans Council and see some of the things that are going on in the community. Jim, how about the Toys for Tots? When are you kicking that off, or is it already kicked off, or what's going on?
No, we're in the process of setting up our warehouse. We have moved some toys into the warehouse already. We got some tables there. I'm in need of 10 large tables, folding tables, that we can use to put the toys on so that we can pick out the orders that we have. Last year we took care of close to 11,000 children in the 5 county areas that we covered, and that is Dillon, Marion, Florence, Darlington, and Williamsburg County. We handled that with 33,000 toys that were collected. I got to say the people of Florence County are very generous in supplying us with toys. We get a large collection off the street. We get toys from National, which is up in Quantico. And there's been funds raised, and those funds are used to purchase toys that we find a need for as we get further into this season. But at the present moment, I'm looking for 10 large tables. Just call me at 758-5164. That's 758-5164. And we'll get someone over there to pick the tables up. And if we break them or anything, we'll buy you new tables. Okay? So don't be afraid to loan them to us. We only need them for 2 months. We also need volunteers. In Florence alone, we have 8 different routes of 20 stops each that can be handled within a day without any problem. That the toy boxes have to be put out, canisters have to be put out to collect money, and it should only take you about 3 hours to do it if you do it efficiently. And you can spend an hour a day doing it, every other day do it. You bring the toys into our warehouse. We need people to help sort the toys. We cannot have more than 10 people there because it becomes too much confusion at that time. And we would like to have people come there. You can come 1 day a week. You can come 6 days a week. We don't work on Sundays. We pay high, nothing. So don't be afraid to come in. You'll get paid every day, the same price. We need people to go out and pick up the toys and distribute them, and not distribute them. We distribute them from the warehouse. When we get into distributing, which will be November 1, we'll start giving out toys to people that have already signed up. We need people to be there, to check off the people, come in, make sure we get the right person, get their number, pick their bag, and give it to them, and get them going there, because we cannot put 11,000 packages down in that store. I'd be lucky if I could get 1,000 packages down in that store. So we got to get them out early and continually until December the 22nd. So we'll be doing Toys for Tots up until the 22nd, but we do need help. I need volunteers desperately. I will give you a schedule. You tell me when you want to come in. I had 2 women last year that came in 2 days a week. I had 2 women that came in every day doing it. Well, one came in every day, and one took 1 day off because she ran a food kitchen, and she had to give out food out of her church that day. So, but whatever time you want to donate, we can use it. We're not nasty to the help. We may be a little bit rough on the customers, but we do a good job.
Now, if somebody, are you going to be at the same warehouse that you were last year, or
Same location as last year.
And that's beside the old sub-police station out on at Irby.
Right.
Around South Park. Yeah.
The easiest one to tell them, it's behind Kentucky Fried Chicken, and Goodies is at one end of the shopping center, and we're at the opposite end. We're on the south end. Goodies is on the north end. But if you know where Kentucky Fried Chicken is on Irby, you just go there, and as you drive in, you go all the way down to the left, and a long line of buildings, it's the last one all the way down.
Now, if an organization or a store, a local store or whatever, wanted to get one of them boxes to set outside their place, do they come there? Should they contact you, or what should they do?
Okay, the easiest thing for people signing up for Toys for Tots, people wanting boxes, people want to volunteer, you go to toysfortotsnational.org, and then it will say state. You go to state of South Carolina. You go for the city of Florence, and our number will come up. There'll be an application on there, and on the application you fill out what you want, and as far as if you want to put a box in your store, you want posters to put up or signs to put up, you tell us what you want, we'll get the boxes to you. If you're a person applying for toys, there's a place there to apply for that. It's got the age brackets of the children on there. All we want is their age and their first name. We don't want their last names. And we go from infants to 16 years old. We stop at 16-year-old. We do not give out to anyone over 16. So that's our limit there. We try to take care of everyone we can. When we are pulling the toys and giving them out, you got 3 days to come in and pick them out, because again, I do not have the space to keep them there longer than 3 days. If you don't come in within 3 days, they're going to go to someone else. The toys will be repacked for someone else.
Now, what is the last day for them to be able to sign up to receive toys?
They can sign up right until the 22nd. I don't know if I'll be able to handle them.
They don't know, okay.
But I mean, we try not to turn down anyone at all. Bad part, last year, a lot of people filled out their applications, and by the time we got to call them, their phones were off. They gave us email addresses, but if your phones are off, 9 times out of 10, your email address is off too, and we can't get in touch with them. So, and we ask for alternate phone numbers on the application so that if you do run into that, maybe we can get in touch with your mother, who can get in touch with you to tell you that we have your toys ready. But we try to cover all bases. We give them out directly to the people. We give out we're supposed to give out 2 toys to each child. We try to give out in the neighborhood, according to the age of the child, up to $50 worth of toys to them. I mean, it's according to what the toy is. If the toy's a $50 toy, you may only get 1 toy. If the toy's a $20 toy, you may get 2.
Yeah.
Or you may get a whole bunch of toys in order to give you that value.
So now, if I was wanting to get someone with toys, or the organization sign up for that, as far as do the churches do that? Because I think that was one time we were talking about something like that.
If a church wants to bring a youth group down to help pack toys on a Saturday or at night, they contact us on our website, the national website. We have a local website, and I'll have to get it out. Well, I'm not going to be able to see it myself. I left my glasses in the car.
Here, I'll get it for you. All right, www.florence-sc.toysfortots, all one word, .org.
And that's the local one.
Yeah.
But if you don't get us on that one, you can go to the national one and do the same thing. But if you're an organization and you want to bring your youth group in, you want to bring the Girl Scouts in, you want to bring that in, call us, let us know, and let us know what time you want to do this, and someone will stay that night. We'll make sure that someone's there and spend a couple hours with you and show you how to pack toys and what we want.
Now, as far as getting a toy, I know of a family that possibly needs them. I go online, sign that family up now, and I would be the one picking up the toys, or would they? How does that work?
It should be the family themselves. I mean, you can do it for them, but we had a problem with a person last year. A school teacher out in Hartsville was going through the kindergartens, and she signed up a whole bunch of children. We got only 1 child per application. And we called a woman, and she came in and picked up her toys. Well, the next day, there was an application that was filed a day later by the same teacher for another grade, which was one of her children. Oh. And she says, "Why didn't you give me them all at the same time?" Well, we go by the applications, how they're dated by the computer, and the time of the computer. So everything is put in a number order as they come in. And we take first come, first serve. Now, if the party submitting those 2 children would have put them on 1 application, there wouldn't have been a problem. Right. But because they were separated, and we don't know that. We're not checking Monday's work against Tuesday's work or against Wednesday's work. Right. We're just going right down our system. Yeah. So we don't want to make a hardship for the person coming in to pick up toys, but it all has to be together at one time, and we prefer that the parent of that child knows of the application,
Right.
okay? And that if you're going to put the application in, we do not give the grandmothers, okay? We're there for needy children, not for grandmothers who are on a limited income that want to give their grandchildren some presents, and we don't know whether these children need the toys or not. We're there to give it to the needy child. I give to 11,000 children, hoping to get 100 needy children out of that 11,000 there. We have a lot of people that come in for toys that sometimes you feel like they don't need them, but we'll take care of everyone that signs up. We don't require any proof of residence. We don't apply a pay stub or anything else. You just come in. If you signed up, you told me when you signed up that you need that toys for your children, you will get them if you have a need for them.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, and you said they can sign up all the way up to the last day as long as you got. Now, what is the earliest can they start signing up now, or they got?
We have applications that came in a month and a half ago. Okay. It's usually, normally every year, it's October 1 is what is kickoff. And I went to the convention this year or the study up in Leesburg, Virginia for Toys for Tots this year. And I went up on September the 12th. But actually, we like to get started on everything on October 1.
Oh, okay.
So we say send in your application in, but some people send it in, we hold it until we get it, and they're dated and timed. So they'll get their toys as they come in.
And the bottom line is if anybody wants to get in touch with any of these gentlemen about any of these things that we're talking about, if you forget something that we've got wrote down or something that we put out, you can go to the website, www.florencecountyveteranaffairs.com, and under the resources, it'll have these gentlemen's numbers and phone things, email addresses on how to get a hold of them for these different things that's going on.
One thing, Randy, I'd like to inject. Toys for Tots for the last number of years have been working a program with United Parcel, with their stores that they have out, UPS. And what they do, UPS has a little plastic bank there, and it's to collect toys for books to give the children. We're taking that program and expanding on that. That's what National has been doing, and they buy books and they supply us books to give away. I have taken, if I receive bicycles or bicycle-related products, bicycle helmets, bicycle gloves, anything to go with a bicycle, I in turn donate them to the county library here in Florence. They have a program for young children to sign up for library cards, and they give these bicycles out normally in March. They'll give them out, but we'll collect them at Christmas time and turn them over to the library. They have the children come in, they supply a party. Last year there was a puppet show there. The guy was very good at it, and the kids all enjoyed it all. And in the corner, how many bicycles they have, they draw names out of the list of the children that have signed up and got read books for the program. Now we're also doing this down in Williamsburg County. Those bicycles in Williamsburg County will stay in Williamsburg. Those that are in Florence stay in Florence. They don't go to the other counties. The other counties, we haven't contacted about them joining the program. But any bicycle that's collected in Florence will stay in Florence and go to the library and will be given out in March. And the reason for that is a very simple reason. If I'm giving out a bicycle and I got 100 people there waiting to get their toys, and one goes out with a bicycle, those 100 people are going to say to me, well, where's my bicycle? I only get maybe 28 bicycles in a year. I can't give a bicycle to everyone. We don't have the money for it. So therefore, I give it to the library, and they use it for this literacy program of getting the young children in to read library books.
That's a good program. That sounds really good. And now the bicycles, due to the fact that they come out in March, you can take them all the way up till then if somebody wants to do that?
If they want to, or if they want to send us a check for Toys for Tots and put down on the bottom bicycle, we will go out and get a bicycle for that program.
And how much are you looking at possibly to be able to buy a bicycle, low ball figure?
Well, a low ball figure would be for a small bicycle would probably be about $35.
Okay.
Going on up, well, the sky's the limit, but shall we say a bicycle for a 16-year-old would probably be around $75.
Okay. And they would contact through the same service, the same
Everything,
email,
right.
same everything? Right. Okay. You have anything else here, Don? Or?
No, sir. I've said everything. Again, for all the honorably discharged Marines out there, contact me if you'd like to join the Marine Corps League. Don Jones. My phone number is 667-9697. And we'd like to hear from you.
And that's also the same number you can get in touch with if you want to go to the Marine Corps Ball. Yes, go ahead.
The Marine Corps League also has a policy that we have auxiliary members, and the gentleman leading this whole program here today is an honorary member of the Marine Corps League. Mm-hmm. So you can join. The only thing, you can work with us shoulder to shoulder. You can help us support Wounded Warriors and our other programs. You can help us with the ROTC. The only thing is you don't get a vote because you're not a Marine. But
there you go.
Otherwise, you got all the benefits of a nice bunch of fellas and veterans that you're working with.
Well, I got tired of toting you fellas around a lot too, All right, before we go though, let me put these messages out once more in case you didn't catch the first of the show here. We'll start from the beginning again. This is a lot of information due to the fact that we're getting close to Veterans Day here. One of the messages is Methodist Manor is having a hot dog hamburger thing on November the 11th at 12:30 to 2. You need to call 843-664-0700. Once again, 843-664-0700. And also, that's the same day that the Golden Corral has their dinner, and that's from 4 to 9. Most veterans know about that. And on November the 11th is the Veterans Park ceremony at 11 o'clock. And the key speaker there is going to be Major General Robert E. Langston. On November the 8th, big one here. A lot of veterans need to know this because I get asked all the time, how's this word getting put out? We need to know this more, so please put it out to your buddies that you know that's a veteran. On November the 8th, town hall meeting at the library at 11 o'clock, Dorn Medical Center in Columbia. And if you use Charleston, that doesn't mean you can't come because a lot of the questions are just overall questions and they may be able to answer some of them questions too. November the 9th, Marine Corps Ball. November the 9th is also the day that Darlington is coming up with their Veterans Park. Once again, Florence Christian School, First Baptist Temple is what I've always called them, but it's Thursday, November the 7th at 9 o'clock is the Salute the Veterans. There's a lot of young people doing some really good singing, a very good salute and awareness to our veterans. Job fair on November the 6th. You veterans that are looking for a job, or it's November the 6th at Florence, Darlington, Texas at the Southeastern Institute of Manufacturing and Technology in room 140D. And then once again, the Wreaths Across America is coming up. Get your wreaths in there, especially if you got a loved one. You can contact any of the organization. I think Rolling Thunder is going to be one of the main ones that's going to be doing this year. So if you want to contact them, that would be really good. But it's December the 14th at 12 o'clock. And that's it for today's show. And once again, wait.
One more thing. The Marine Corps Ball is open up to any Marine that lives in the Florence area. And it's $22.50 for a prime rib dinner, and boy, it's great. The Elks really put on a good meal. So if you're a Marine or someone that would be interested in coming to our birthday ball, it's open to anyone to come. But all Marines definitely should be there. Thank you.
And since you mentioned that, I would also like to put out a special salute to our Elks here in Florence. They are an outstanding organization. They've been helping us as all the services with all kind of different things that they're doing in the area. So to your Elks guys out there, thank you very much. And to everyone else, thanks again for watching today's show, and hopefully we're getting the words out to our veterans.
We have one thing to say, Jim and I, again.
Right.
Semper Fi! Hoorah!
I knew we were going to get that. We'll talk to you later.